Food and travel writer, cookbook author, journalist and My Kitchen Rules star Anna Lisle joins us on the phone today. Anna, good morning.
Hi, Pablo. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. Now, you've just released a brand new book, Whole Food, Bowl Food. Tell us a little bit about the book and why you decided to put all your recipes into it and get it out there.
Well, I believe that I think people are quite disillusioned by the health world at the moment. You know, one minute it's eating low fat, the next it's eating full fat, and I think a lot of people are quite confused about that. So I decided to write Whole Food, Bowl Food because I believe that cutting out processed foods and sort of having a more back to basics approach is the best way for your diet. So I wanted to write a book that was it was simple. So the recipes are really quite basic. Therefore, you know, I'm obviously not a chef. I'm a cook. So therefore, anyone can do them at home. And also the ingredients are really easily available. You can get them at your local supermarket.
Yeah, it seems to be a big trend at the moment that people are going back to that unprocessed food. Earlier in the week, we spoke to Peter Fitzsimmons, who's also written sort of a health book about how to cut out sugar and go back to the basics of eating that natural food and putting it together. It's good to see that Australia's sort of trending away from that quick, easy, fast food and microwave food.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, I think when it comes down to it, what I believe in is not rocket science. It's common sense. A famous author and activist, Michael Pollan, always says you shouldn't eat food that your great-grandma wouldn't recognize as food. And that, for me, really does ring true.
Yeah.
You know, your great-grandma wasn't sitting there with a packet of Doritos, was she?
Probably not.
So
probably
I think it really does, I think it makes sense. So I think that, and I'm so pleased that Australia is leaning towards that. And I think, you know, grocery stores really do promote it. I live in London at the moment, and I can't tell you how I feel like they're sort of 10 years behind Australia in the health scene. They just don't have the knowledge and, you know, the cafes and the restaurants, everything's sort of very dated, and they don't seem to be very health conscious at all.
No, and the problem with England, I lived in Europe for a few years, the cheap pies, the cheap chips, the cheap kebabs, all that fast food is so cheap. I mean, you can buy it for £1 or $2.
I know. It's hard to refuse that, isn't it? £1 for half a chicken of fried chicken. Yeah.
Now, have you got any tips for people cooking this Christmas?
Absolutely. I think my whole philosophy is to just keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate it. And I think that definitely rings true when you're cooking for a large group of people. And I also think we're so lucky in Australia that we have beautiful seafood for Christmas. I think seafood is one of the best things, and you don't need to do too much with it. So I think go for the prawns, make a beautiful whole egg mayonnaise, and nothing can beat that, right?
Definitely, I agree. Now, you were on My Kitchen Rules, Channel 7's reality cooking show. Your instant restaurant episode, amazing. 2.2 million viewers saw it. Were you surprised by the reaction?
Yeah, mate. Yes, yes. Of course, I was very shocked about the whole show. Really, it was it was such a funny thing because it obviously it filmed quite a while ahead, and then you see it and you're like, oh gosh, that's what we've been doing the whole time. But yeah, no, our instant restaurant. Maybe everybody watched it because they wanted us to fail. I don't know.
Well, you proved them all wrong now.
Pardon?
I said you've proved them all wrong now.
Oh, you're very kind.
Grab the new cookbook, Whole Food, Bowl Food, a great one for Christmas. Anna Lisle, thanks for taking your time out today. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Pablo. Thanks for having me, and Merry Chrissy.